Hey everyone, so this video to let me know what I did in the entire year 2022, and I love to express myself, so this is the platform and here I am. So let's begin. I can't forget that. This year began with a little self-doubt and manipulated self-confidence. I just spent most of my time in January reading books and watching Instagram. And some days I just used to go on my terrace and read the comfort book. So this was the basic January, which looked like. Later, February, it was my first offline class, and everything was like school, everything was new for me, the schedule. I then started studying, completing notes, getting ready for my exams, and I gave my final exams of 8th grade. And it was a very different time in February. It was just neutral, not good, not bad. It was just what it was. And then the month of March, it was kind of very different and something, it was a break for me, which began in after my exams. I had a very nice sleepover with my best friend, and then we had a break. I went to Pune, and when I was back, then that was the time when my life started seeing the progress, and when the actual year 2022 began in the month of April, when I went in 9th grade as a 14-year-old and as a new teenager who didn't know what the fate holds for her for the next 1 year. While giving the offline exams of 8th standard, I was just completed the entire syllabus, which I kept procrastinating the entire year before. And so it was really hard for all of my peers to just complete all the syllabus and give the exam. So everyone were literally studying till midnight and all. So the April began, the long tuitions, which I couldn't bear, and it was out of my limitations. My schedules, my sleeps, everything was totally messed up, and I was in the lowest self-esteem of mine which I ever had. Then came the best part. I just got a very cute white furry dog. He was like the love of my life. My mom forced me to name him Duggu, so kindly not laugh. And then it was a very cute time with him. In the entire month of May, I was with him. I took care. I tried my best to be the best parent I ever could. And after that, I went to Panvel, I went to Nasik. I was with my family, and I explored a part of Panvel with my sister Ankita. And then after this break, in the month of June, I was back to schools and tuitions, and now I became very used to schools and tuitions. We spent a very good time with the tuition mates, classmates, and everyone became very close. And then on 15th June 2022, this was one of the most exceptional post which is in the school, which I got, which is the head girl of Gyan Mata. So I became a head girl of Gyan Mata on 15th June, and it was a really happy moment for me and my parents. My mummy was like having khushi ke aasu. And then after that, when I became the head girl of the school, I just it was the first time for me when I was in love with school, when I loved the school. Or else the entire 8 years of my school life, I never liked coming to school. I never liked my schoolmates. I never liked my classmates. I just didn't like coming to school and spending those 7 hours, surviving those 7 hours. But when I became the head girl, I became very close to so many people, to juniors, to seniors, to classmates, to teachers, to the principal, and everyone. So going to school, coming to school, it was a very different experience for me, and that made me learn a lot which I ever could imagine. I got my self-confidence, I got my courage to speak on the stage, and I felt really loved. It was the great part which this year gave me. And then in the month of August, I got into a competition, news reading competition. In that, I went to so many NGOs. I just met so many friends. I got close to my seniors, and we had a great time. We learned a lot, and we presented, and it was an amazing time in school at that time. So I lost the competition, but that's not the thing. But I went to many NGOs. There are so many people there. So it was about the 75th independence, the topic. And the 15 days which I spent preparing for it and practicing it were amazing. That gave a different level of self-confidence and identity to me. And then after that, in the month of September, so in the entire time as I was growing, I met so many different people. I met like literally so many people, and talking to them, it was a great time. Then in the month of October, remember it was 14th October, and it was my first flight to Indore from Hyderabad. It was a great time. The people with whom I went to Indore for an MUN conference. It was a world summit where people gather and discuss issues and world problems. So we try to work on the sustainable development goals and all. So that was surely a part to learn about the world, to learn about its problem, to learn about the country, to learn about everything. But most importantly, what was important which I learned was how I have detached from myself, how I'm not being my true self. Because being with people, the more you are with people, the less you are with yourself. And I got to know that about myself. And then I went with so many people and learning about them. It was like people can be good, people can be bad. And this is what people are, and this is what life is all about. So that Indore World Summit and the conference made me learn a lot. And then again a new turn, and then I went to Odisha with my family. I went to Konark, to Puri, to Bhubaneswar. That was really beautiful. We had the resort in front of the beach, and I felt really serene. I felt really healed, and the time with my family, it was the best part of the month of November. So on the beach, I was roaming alone and I reflected a lot. I got to know that I'm detaching from myself, I'm detaching from my values, from what I am like truly. So I started reflecting on so many things, and I got distracted on myself, on my goals, and on my academics. So I started working. As soon as I got back to Nanded, I started working on it, and I studied a lot in the entire month. And I just got to know that there is a whole world, the whole universe lies inside you. You just need to dig in and find the originality and true self. If you ever felt lost or low in your life, you should isolate from people and from the world in every way possible, and then I assure you that you can get back stronger and in a better way of yourself. Then I studied the entire month, and I got to know that I'm capable of the academic validation. And then I just got good marks in my post midterm exams also this year. And then the best part begins here. This was the best part when I went with my school friends to Bangalore, Ooty, and Mysore. It was the best. I enjoyed my entire, whatever I have lived till today, I enjoyed my heart out in those 7 days. It was the best time with my friends, with people. It was just, it can't be expressed in words. But that time I just felt the love, and the best thing about that, the world is beautiful, people are beautiful, exploring is beautiful, and everything is beautiful. So the 7 days were amazing. I just kept smiling, and that was the true smile and happiness I could feel inside me. And then I came back to Nanded. I had my post midterm exams, which went really well. And after that, so basically this year was for me 2022. It was very changing. A lot of things happened, and I couldn't even express all those things in this video because that will get really long. I learned so many things. I changed, a lot of values of mine changed, and a lot of things which I think about people, about myself, about life changed. I just got more focused on my goals, and in an emotional way, it was a colossal endurance, but still, for me, life is good. And so at this point, I'm just waiting for the year 2022 to conclude and to begin 2023 in a more greater way, and with more compassion and happiness. I'm going to endure this year also, 2023, and I'm really happy and really grateful and really thankful for the all people I had, all the experience I had, and all the memories I made, which are carved inside my heart and which I would never forget. and which will never fade. So, this was my year. Thank you so much.